but we're gonna do our next segment, which it's a tier list, but like I said, it doesn't have to do with coasters. So you'll see what this is, and this is also gonna be controversial in the sense that some of these places you could argue whether they should count or not, but whatever, I made this tier list, so you gotta deal with it. We are doing a tier list for fast food chains. That is what we are doing. So you guys in the chat, as always, can if we disagree on one, you can like say which ones you think are which tier. But yeah, we're gonna do that. Get right into this. This is already gonna get controversial, but let's go. Our first fast food chain we're gonna do is Sonic. Jayse, have you ever had Sonic?
I have never had Sonic in my life.
Okay, so I actually went here recently. The burgers are pretty good, but they're not like insane for like insanely incredible just in terms of like fast food burgers. So I think B is fair. I think it's pretty solid. I haven't ever been too into like their weird drinks and stuff. Although I say that I don't think I've really had them much, but I think it's like B. I'd say it's like above average, but nothing too crazy. Chat, what do you think? Let's see what's come in. Sonic is B for me. Oh, okay, so I also have to address this. There are some places that are not in here, and if they're not in here, chances are neither of us have ever been, and so that's why. So Wawa's isn't in here because
I've never been to
um
Wawa.
we've never had it. So that's why. That's your explanation. I apologize. So I see B, C. I think we're gonna stick with B here. So for now. Next we have Panda Express. And Jayse, have you had this?
Yes, I have it. I'm not the biggest fan of that type of food, but I still think the food there is good. I'd say B tier, but it might just be because my food tastes are unique.
I'm gonna go. This is one of my absolute favorites. I'm gonna go with S. We'll see what the chat says. Although I guess we'll put it in A because you said B, so we'll do that. Um, it is, I guess, an acquired taste sort of thing. Although I mean around here everyone loves it, so it's kind of interesting. But to hear like how it is in other places, but
I am just a unique person.
yeah. Although the chat seems to agree. They're saying we have, yeah, okay, so maybe it is gonna be in B, which hurts my soul a little
Interesting.
bit. But um I think we're gonna, oh, F, but okay, you can't base it off the park version. Like,
I
yeah, the
heard
park
CP's pretty
versions
flat though.
aren't incredible by any. If we were talking about park versions, it would be like there are certain ones I've had that are pretty bad, but they're not as bad as Chop Six that I've had. So, like I mean, it was still better than what they have. But I think we're gonna put it in B, which hurts me. It's based off what people were saying. Like, we could even put it in C, but I think we'll put it in B for now. Next
Shout
one
out
we
to not
have. Oh wait, what
sorry.
was that? What was that?
Shout out to Knott's Berry Farm for having a Panda Express in the park.
That one's actually pretty good though. At least in my
Pretty bonkers.
experience. So, but yeah. Next one we have is one of those controversial ones. We wanted to put one pizza place in here. It was between Domino's and Pizza Hut, and we just put in Pizza Hut. I have not had this in forever, so Jace, this is completely up to you in the chat.
I'm gonna put in A because I think that Pizza Hut is my favorite pizza place, or I guess like fast food pizza place. Me and we have I have one close to where I live, and me and my family have a traditional like Pizza Hut night um every like other weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had it in forever, so and I don't honestly remember it. So we have a D, C, man.
You can
I
put it
think
in B.
are we are all like watch all of these go into B tier, but
Yeah.
we'll do that, sure. But yeah. Next we have Starbucks. Gotta put it in here just because I mean it's too iconic. Um, Ooh, actually, Jason, can go first.
I don't drink coffee, But
Neither do I.
besides that, but I do get breakfast sandwiches and a vanilla bean. So I would place in B, although I don't think I'm the best person to ask about Starbucks.
This one's another B for me. I don't get the coffee, but I get like sometimes I've been getting the strawberry cream frappuccino recently. I love that. They have some pretty good drinks. And then some of their items, like I've had some of their I think breakfast items. They're not in a while, but I've had them, so I'm gonna go with B. It's pretty good. And all of them are in B thus far, and everyone agrees. Oh my god. All right. The next one we have is Chick-fil-A. So you go first here, Jace.
I think Carrick would probably be the more reliable person for this because I've only like really eaten at Chick-fil-A once to where I can remember it. And based off of that, I would put it in B. Um, I I guess going in, I expected the chicken to be or like the chicken sandwiches to be like a McChicken or a original chicken sandwich from Burger King, but it was different. Not bad, but different. It was like actually a good quality chicken. So yeah, I'd say it's probably just like not my best taste, but I do think the food there is good.
And you said B, correct? Or
Yes.
I'm in the category of S. Christian says S. I'm waiting to see if anyone else puts anything in here.
A would probably be a
Um,
good spot.
but because I mean that might give it S, but maybe it's A. I'm not sure. I'm waiting for
I'm fine with
someone.
it in S.
All right, fine. We're gonna put in S. So yeah, we're gonna do that. All right. Next we have Five Guys, which you go first, Jace.
I've only eaten at Five Guys once, and I'm a big fan of Five Guys S tier. I love that you can like compose your burger because I usually like to eat my burgers pretty plain, and a lot of the restaurants sometimes they mess it up. So, uh, yeah, S tier.
So I used to actually really not like Five Guys, but I had it a few weeks ago, and based off that experience, I would honestly be leaning to I would be leaning toward B, maybe A, because honestly I would take it over Sonic. And I see A. Uh, man, I'm gonna stick it in A for now because B, A, S.
Also, the
Um,
burgers are super good.
yeah. Um, and we have another A. So I think we're gonna stick it there for now. But this has certainly grown on me. Uh, oh boy, Marty.
We're
We'll
sorry.
see. I'm sorry. I live. I'll get to it in a second. But the next one we have is one that probably no one on here has heard of. This is Zippy's
Chippy.
regional Hawaiian fast food or fast service chain. Jace, what do you say? Or actually,
Um,
explain what this is exactly.
so
Just a little
basically,
explanation.
Zippy's is it's kind of like a hybrid of it has like quality restaurant food, but also like some of it you can get like a fast food version of it. Um, and so it has a huge variety of like foods to choose from. I personally like to get the classic cheeseburger and fries, but I also like to get a hamburger steak plate. It's they're both very good, and of course, there's like a lot on the menu. I would put Zippy's in A tier. I'd say the burgers are pretty good, fries are nice, but the hamburger steak is very good.
What's the style? I mean, you say burgers, but what is the style of food they have outside of that, or is it just like burgers and stuff, basically?
Hmm. Mixture of Hawaiian and American, I'd say.
Okay, yeah. So there you go. We'll put it in A tier because no one's gonna argue. Neither of us have had Mr. Beast Burger, or at least I haven't. So that's why I didn't make it. Have you had it, Jace?
I have never had a Mr. Beast burger.
All right. Next one we have is Krispy Kreme. I actually have really not gone here, so Jace.
Uh, I would put Krispy Kreme in B tier. Very good quality donuts.
All right, we'll see what the chat says. This one's also controversial. Oh yeah, Johnny Rockets. I forgot about that one, but I also have hardly been there. So Christian says A. We'll see what if anyone else in the chat responds. We already have too many in B's, so we might have to put this in
I'm fine
A.
with it in A.
Although A might be getting. All right, yeah, we're gonna put it in A. Yep. Okay. Cool. Next place we have is Chipotle. At its best, I think this is an S, but at its worst, this could honestly be like C or D.
Boy.
So, but it's pretty good. I am citing more towards A. I cannot put it in S because the quality control is just no. But maybe even B would honestly be fair, but I think I'm going with A here. And Jayse, have you had Chipotle or no?
I have never had Chipotle.
Okay, so we got A, B, A. We're gonna stick it in A for now. Next place we have is, in my opinion, the most overrated fast food. It's still good. Fast food chain, In-N-Out. I have these all around me, so just saying. And so I've been here a decent amount. This is like a high B for me to a low A is what I'm gonna say. So yeah, Jayse.
I've only had In-N-Out once, and it was after I marched a 5.5 mile parade. So, I'd say I'm probably not the best person for this, but I'd say the burgers are good. It's like super simplistic. I'd say B, but I would be fine with it higher.
Yeah, what I will say is the burgers are some of the better ones, like of all the ones on here, but like the fries are really bland in my opinion, like stupidly bland. I haven't had any of the drinks yet, which that might like a milkshake, which that could increase it, but I think we're gonna put it in B, which is probably gonna upset a lot of people who may
I'm
watch
sorry,
this
Marty.
later, but oh well. Next we have KFC. This is not my style of food, so I'm gonna say D straight up. Jayse.
Let's see. I like it. Kind of. I'd say B. I'd
Okay.
say I really like the popcorn chicken and wedges. It's a good combo. And yeah, overall, it's a decent restaurant.
So we have B, and then I said D. Christian said D. I'm gonna see what if anyone else gets anything in here, but I think that's gonna go to a C, which that's the first one we've had. That's actually. And now we have another B. So shoot, now. Well, actually, no, that evens out. So yeah, okay, we're gonna put it in C. We're just gonna go with that. Next, we have Carl's Jr. I used to like this place a lot, but honestly, this is or Hardee's also could work here. This is a C for me. I'm because my last few times I'm just not into it. Jayce, you have not ever had either, correct?
Nope.
Chat, what do we say?
Chad says never had it.
Yeah, I mean that's weird. I mean I guess there's a ton of them around here, but I cannot give Carl's Jr. like I just can't. And I honestly think it's looking at this is kind of fair. So yeah. Next one we have is probably one that I've only ever done. This is the Habit. This is just basically burgers, fries, milkshakes. But the burgers are like really fresh, really high quality. I think there's like a step above In-N-Out and Five Guys. The only problem is the portions are tiny, so you always have to get a double. I have to get a double decker every time and that's not something I usually do with the other places. So that's the only problem. It is a little pricier also compared to the other places, but I can't give this an S, but I'm gonna go with A. It's like really good in my opinion. So, and I don't think anyone's ever been to one, so yeah, it's mostly a California thing. So, pretty good. Next we have Burger King. Jayce, you want to go first with this?
I would put Burger King in A tier. First of all, because
wow. Oh wait, yeah, no, I remember, yeah, no.
Because first of all, I think the food I get from Burger King is better than any of the B tiers. But also, I really like an I really like a good old original chicken sandwich. And the fries are really good too. But yeah,
I'm sorry to say this, but honestly, if I have to put one of these in F, it's Burger King.
that's
It's
fair.
so another one kind of like actually Carl's Jr. at least liked at a point. I don't think I've ever loved Burger King. We have another F. So you said A. I mean, I guess we'll be nice and
See,
put it in D. For now, I'm sorry, but like, yeah, it's I
Lost Coasters also says F, so D is probably the best.
Yep. All right. Yeah, that's what I saw. Fries only redeeming quality. Actually, I do.
I
Those
agree.
those were actually. I think those were actually solid. So,
Mhm.
and then even like when I had it the few times as a kid, I had their I think nuggets, and I think those were okay, but their actual burgers are not my favorite.
Yeah,
Next,
they're
we have
okay.
Dunkin'. I have not been, so you have to go with this, Jace.
I've only been to Dunkin' once. Maybe I shouldn't have asked to put this on here because, I mean, although I did really enjoy the breakfast sandwich I had there, and donuts were good too. Honestly, B tier, but I don't know. Like, I guess this depends on the chat. I think.
All right, we're getting B or C. I think we're gonna stick it in. We need more C is the problem.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm high C tier. Okay,
High
we
C
agree
tier.
on the. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. I'm just like I don't want to overload B. Next one we have is McDonald's.
I am
This
eating them
one
right now.
This one's really difficult for me because I actually like their breakfast stuff a good bit. I actually think their breakfast stuff is pretty good. I do not like their burgers one bit. Honestly, if we were going off burgers, it would probably be an F. But chicken nuggets are good. The breakfast is good, and it's super iconic. I think I gotta give it B. I mean, I think that's fair because it's like there's some things I really don't like, but they have some good stuff too. So I'm gonna go with B.
I'd say B too. First of
Okay.
all, because for the only other comparable restaurant, I'd say Five Guys is much better than McDonald's. But fries are good. McChickens are delicious. But yeah, I would agree that the burgers are not that good.
Yeah. Um, but like I said, breakfast is good. There's some things that are good. I actually like. I think there's like a smoothie there that I've gotten a few times that I've liked. So I think B tier is fair. And then looking at the chat, we got B, F minus, B. So that shoot, maybe we do put it into C then.
C's fair.
All right,
It's
another high,
basic.
another high C. We'll do it. I feel. I mean, it seems disrespectful, but yeah, we'll go for it. Next one we have is shoot. I really want to say. I'm gonna say it. We got Jack in the Crack. Let's go. Um. All right, Jace. What do you think? I haven't been here in a while. I would say probably C based off my experience, but what do you think?
B or C for me. I really like their chicken tenders. Yeah, Christian's right. I do like chicken. But yeah, I would say B or C. The I like the curly fries too. Those are good. Um, yeah.
All right. I think so. Looks like so Christian's never had it, Marty's never had it. We'll see what else comes in. I think we're gonna go with C once again. So,
We have one Jack in the Box on Maui.
oh really?
Yeah.
Dang. Wow. All right. The next one we have is the one and only and the legendary Taco Bell. This one's so polarizing for me as well. Honestly, because the last time I had it, I did not feel good afterwards, but the food is still really good. So, and it was my like childhood favorite fast food restaurant. So, I think just based off that, I cannot give it an S, but I think I'm gonna give it an A.
I'm gonna agree with
for
Christian.
nostalgia. Oh wow,
B
really?
tier because Taco Bell is just not my taste. I didn't really enjoy to a lot of the foods there.
Dang. All right, so
C,
two A's and two D's.
high
That did not
C.
sound good, but anyways, but anyways, shoot. Well, I mean, I think low B. Yeah, we'll do that. Is that fair? Low B, or we want high C? What do you think, Jace?
I'd say high C, but I'm also fine with low B.
Fine. It didn't make me feel good the last time I had it, so that I'm okay with it. But it's just that's also painful. Next one we have is Arby's.
I'd say I'm probably not the most reliable person for this. I've only had chicken nuggets and fries from there. The chicken nuggets are really good, but I'd say I gotta eat there more before I give a judgment. I'd say high B.
So I think a sandwich there once because I was like, oh, I remember this now because I was like, I'm pretty sure I've been to no Arby's, and then I remember, like, I just thought it was kind of eh. I probably would have to try the chicken nuggets, but I'm leaning towards like C to even D for this. So, and
That's
I
fair.
think well with your thing, I think we're gonna go with C. I'm okay with C overloading because I mean that theoretically is how it should work.
Yeah.
So yeah. And the last one we have is Wendy's, which um you can go first if you've been.
Wendy's is pretty good. We have one Wendy's here on Maui, and yeah, I'd say the burgers are pretty good. B, high B.
All right. I would honestly also probably go with B. I haven't had it in a while, but I remember that when I have had it, I've enjoyed it quite a bit. I also think they have good drinks from what I remember. My taste may have changed, but so I agree with that. Christian says A. Um, Marty says D. I think we got it. Yeah, okay, it's a B. We're going. And probably a high B at that it looks like. So we'll put it there. And that is our fast food tier list. Just looking at it, I'm like, oh god.
Not how I was expecting it,
This is
honestly.
really weird. I mean, seeing like Chipotle, like Panda Express and B is painful. But at the same time, I know I'm gonna make like I mean anyone who watches this afterwards, like In and Out and B, I'm sure is gonna make people upset. And Taco Bell and C. Burger King, you know, whatever.
Or Burger King. I honestly think Burger King is pretty good.
Yeah, I think some of us are just have not had the best experiences there, but that
We
is
all
our
have
fast
different
food tier
tastes.
list. That's
Also, can I
true.
just say before we leave this, the weirdest thing is I get a lot of Arby's ads here in Hawaii, and on Maui
Yeah,
there's no Arby's at all, and I'm not sure if there's an Arby's in Oahu, so it's really weird.
I get a bunch of Arby's commercials too, and there's like a few around me, but I don't think there's very many, which I'm like, that's really interesting. Um, I think a lot of these places, I will say, like Wendy's and Taco Bell and probably and Carl's Jr. and Arby's and Jack in the Box. If I went like today, I'm pretty sure my opinions on those would change either for the better or for the worse. So because I haven't had those in a long time, so I will just say that. But there we go. That's our tier.